In this video, we're going to talk about sequences. And sequences are just an ordered list of numbers. And these numbers usually have a pattern. Here are two examples of sequences. The first example, notice that after this last comma, there are 3 dots. These dots are called ellipses. And what this means is that this sequence continues infinitely. So that means this is an infinite sequence. Infinite. The other sequence, notice that it doesn't have a comma or the 3 dots or the ellipses. This means that this sequence is a finite sequence. That means it has a first term and a last term. Infinite sequences have a first term, but it doesn't have a last term. Okay, and usually we call the numbers inside the sequence, we call them terms. And we label the terms usually with the letter A. Sometimes you'll see the terms labeled with a T or a U, but that doesn't matter. A sub n means the nth term of a sequence. That just means any term in the sequence we will call A sub n. When we are more specific about the term in the sequence, for example, A sub 1, that means the first term in the sequence. A sub 2, for example, that means the second term in the sequence. A sub 3 means the third term in the sequence, etc. So for example, let's use this sequence right here and let's label it using A. So if I were to label this, I would say A sub 1 is equal to the first term, which is a 2. A sub 2 is equal to 4, which is the second term in the sequence. A sub 3 is equal to 6 because 6 is the third term in the sequence. A sub 4 is 8 and A sub 5 is 10. So here I've labeled all of the terms that appear in this sequence. Not all of them because this is an infinite sequence, but at least the ones we have listed here. These are the labels. And there you have the basics of sequences. Now, like I said before, A sub n means the nth term, and that n will be substituted by whatever term you are referring to. Now, if I want to refer to the term previous to A sub n, I would call it A sub n minus 1. A sub n minus 1 refers to the previous term. And this makes sense because if I am talking about A sub 5, the previous term to A sub 5 would be A sub 4. So if the nth term is A sub n, then the previous term to A sub n must be A sub n minus 1, which means the number before A sub n. So these are the basics. In the next video, we're going to talk about how sequences are functions. I'll see you in the next video.